Alright, Shalom. Shalom, Yasha. This is Bob from GMS Hawaii Bot from GMA St. Petersburg, Florida. And I'm coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rabachah Kodash. Double honors to my elder apostles of Great Millstone. I also want to give single honor salutation to all sincere Akim, constantly pushes word truth to sincerity, and peace and blessing to the men and women and children that consist of the 1/3. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Running across this article, let the spirit to want to do a video on it. I'm just gonna hit a few key points. I'm not gonna go too in depth on everything he was speaking about, but I want to link this article up with some scriptures in the Bible. Nonetheless, this is Elon Musk. Elon Musk is basically the pioneer behind the Tesla vehicles, you know, the electric cars or the self-driving cars, so to say. And he made a statement. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he goes on to say, Elon Musk, I'm about to announce a Neuralink product that connects your brain to computers. Now, we've seen movies before in the past. You've seen The Matrix, you know, when Neo and the other passengers of the Nebuchadnezzar, when they're getting linked up to the Matrix, you know, which is a database, you know, kind of like an internet or intranet. And basically he's trying to link us up to the internet or to computers. And he says to compete with AI. The mind of Esau is just, it's so dumbfounded to me at times, you know, especially some of the inventions we have today, which was predominantly created by us. Esau just always let his mind run amok. He says Neuralink increases the data rate between the brain and computers and will give humans a better shot at competing with AI. Competing with an artificial intelligence. It's not even an organic intelligence, it's artificial. Alright? Like aspartame is an artificial sweetener. It's not even naturally occurring. Alright? It's something that man has made up, which is Esau, which he has made up. But nonetheless, though, I'm just going to keep reading on, as you can see right here as well. Has a picture right there. Patrick Stewart is Captain Jean-Luc Picard, partially transformed into Locutus of Borg in episode The Best of Both Worlds Part 2. Originally broadcast on September 23rd, 1990. Alright. Let me go. I'm just going to skim through a little bit. I want to get to the key point, and I'm going to link it up with some scriptures. He goes on to say, how much smarter are you with a phone or computer or without? You're vastly smarter, actually, Musk said. You can answer any question pretty much instantly. You can remember flawlessly. Your phone can remember video and pictures perfectly. Your phone is already an extension of you, which is pretty much true. That's why if I was looking up books on the Apocrypha or Hebrew books like 2 days ago, if I was to go onto the internet today, they will show ads on the right or left hand side of any site I go to talking about the Bible or the Apocrypha or Hebrew books. Why? Because it's an algorithm. Alright, so they basically collect your data and then they basically form an algorithm based upon your searches and the information that you have provided them by typing in certain words in the search engine. Alright. Your phone is already an extension of you. You're already a cyborg. Most people don't realize you're already a cyborg. It's just that the data rate, it's slow, very slow. Talking about the way your mind operates. Alright, the bandwidth, so to say. Because your mind is like a computer. Alright, our minds have electrical currents in it. We have something called neurotransmitters, which is why he has the Neuralink. All right, you have the nervous system, you know, that sends electrical signals throughout your body. Like, for order for me to, all right, think about this. You see how I can scroll up and down? My mind is sending electrical currents to my fingertip to tell me to touch the screen and swipe it up and down. But it's happening at a quick and alarming rate. All right. Just like if your hand touches a hot eye on the stove, your mind automatically gonna tell you that's hot, it's dangerous, because you're gonna feel pain. So you automatically pull your hand from the eye. You're like, oh shit. So yeah, that's how your mind operate. But he's gonna try and make you operate at a quicker. How should I put it? He's gonna try to have you working at a quicker processor. That's Esau, man, being wicked. I mean, anyway, let me get through it. It's like a tiny straw information flow between your biological self and your digital self. A digital self, okay. We need to make that tiny straw like a giant river. A huge high bandwidth interface. So in other words, Esau want to just turn you into a big what's what I'm looking for? Into a big computer, so to say. That's basically what he's trying to do. All right, and he's trying to do it with his technology. All right, that's how Esau is. They think they can make everything better compared to what the Heavenly Father has already orchestrated, what he's already ordained. But anyways, I'm going to pull out some precepts real quick just to go to show you, man, that Esau is the wicked. That Esau is Satan. The word Satan just basically means what? An enemy. Okay, Shaitan. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And this is a device, and this is a wicked device at that. But I'm going to go into that word Satan, into the word device as well. I'm going into the word Satan. Bear with me. This is in the Strong's.
Strong's G 5259. Hupa.
It says by and under. But when we go into that word Satan, we know exactly when you go into Shaitan, into the Hebrew, it basically means enemy. That's what it means, all right? To be an enemy. It's not some mystical being, all right? I don't know why they would put that in there. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go back. Shaitan goes back to the Hebrew. Here it goes right here. I'm sorry. That was the wrong one. This is the Strong's I'm looking for right here. So lock it. Bear with me.
Strong's G 4567. Satanas. Thayer's Lexicon. Satan.
There we go. Satan. That's what I was talking about. Adversary. One who opposes another in purpose or act. The name given to. All right. The prince of evil spirits. The inveterate adversary of God in Christ. Or Mashiach. Okay. And Paul speaks about who the man of perdition is. Had to be a falling away first. Which was us. We had to fall away from knowing who we were as a people. Understanding that the so-called white man is the one who took us away from what we were known as to be, other than the curses, which is why our people call themselves African American or Puerto Rican or Cuban or Argentinian or Trinidadian, you know, because those are the proverbs and Bible words that have been put upon us after we fell on those curses. But nonetheless, let's go into this word devices, though. Okay, nah, that's not what I wanted. You gotta remember, Esau is the mad scientist. He's really the big head scientist, not Jacob. That's what they say in Islam. Jacob, the big head scientist. Get out of here with that foolishness, man. The word, this is the word devices.
Strong's G 3540.
Nahima. All right, and it goes on to say a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose. All right, so the devices of Esau is an evil purpose. Why is it that Esau will want to link us up to computers, man, to try and make us smarter or wiser? Don't you know that we're only using like, what is it? If I'm not mistaken, like what, 16-17% of our brain? We're not even using a quarter of our brain. All right, Esau trying to link us up to computer. Don't you know the Heavenly Father gonna put the nation of Israel in the state of Lucy? If you watch the movie called Lucy with Scarlett Johansson, you watch the movie with Scarlett Johansson, she was able to use 100% of her brain. Now Esau put it into a format where, you know, it's Hollywood. She starts to decay and all the other crazy stuff. She starts to go all throughout the internet, all throughout the cyber world, and she's just like this, like an amoeba of data, so to say. Listen, we're gonna be in the same state, but we don't need your wicked devices to do it. The Heavenly Father has already made us upright. He's already made us whole. He has already made us to be that perfect. We are perfectly imperfect through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. These bodies decay. The bodies are weak. The bodies are inferior. But with the Spirit inside of us, that's what makes us superior. So we are perfectly imperfect already. So Esau, whatever you think you have up your sleeve, is nothing compared to what the Heavenly Father has already bestowed upon us. I'm going to end it with this right here. Ecclesiastes 7:29. Lo, this only have I found, that God, Yahweh, hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. So man is already made upright. Man is already made perfect. You can't make us more perfect than what the Heavenly Father has already made us. Understand? And this is the word in the Hebrew. This is how Esau pronounced it.
Strong's H2810. Chishavon. Chishavon.
Now this is the word invention in Hebrew, but it's really pronounced Chashabawan. Chashabawan. Alright? And it says device or invention. Again. Alright? Now let's go into the Strong's definition. It says a contrivance, i.e. actual a warlike machine or mental machination or machination. All right, so it could be it's a warlike machine, an invention. That's what Esau does, man. All these inventions is just an act of war. Your cellular phone to track you, all right. Your credit card with a chip in it now to track you, man. They try and link you up to the Neuralink so they can track your thoughts, so they can control your thoughts, man. Okay, and also so they can implement that RFID chip too. All this is leading up to the RFID chip, the mark of the beast as well. All right, but hey, we're not ignorant of Satan devices. We in the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and the Spirit gonna always prevail over anything that man can imagine. Go without the Spirit, you couldn't imagine. But nonetheless, though. Call Holoyan Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the water for the spirit of edification. I pray you all edify with this video. Stay in the Spirit. Hey, we can see the home stretch. We just gotta cross that finish line. All right. Hey, ask for forgiveness. Pray without ceasing. Stay humble. Remain diligent. Kwame Yasha Allah, my waffle ball. Shalom, Israel.